What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the garage. Today we're installing the intercooler, the motorsports 7-inch intercooler onto my 535 Xi e61 station wagon, the below budget e61. I'm not going to do too much on the charge pipe, as there's a ton of videos on 535s and 335s and installing the charge pipe. However, I can't find a great video for the 7-inch motorsports intercooler on an e60 or e61. So I'm going to try and do a concise video on that with the upgraded intercooler inlets and outlets, as well as their installation pack, and see if we can figure out how that goes on, so I don't have to use no zip ties or crazy mounting brackets or something like that. I've got the car up on jack stands to make it a little easier to get to this this front section here, but that's the only thing done. Let's get right to it. So right here we have the inlets and the outlets. This is our inlet right here. That's the outlet right there. They also include this outlet. If you still have the factory charge pipe and the lower charge pipe, the stock one, this will adapt from the intercooler side to the factory pipe. I have an upgraded charge pipe, and so I have to use the upgraded pipe there. And this is the upgraded outlet pipe. That's going to go in on the left-hand side. So you can see I don't have my outlet is already removed. It goes right in here. My inlet is still in. However, there's one screw up at the top, and the whole thing comes right out. And then this one will go in place right up in there. So I think I'm going to get these fitted and then start playing with the charge pipe and see if we can figure out how that's going to go. I definitely know that this part here is going to have to come off, but it's not going to do anything. I'm going to fabricate a mount for this cooler. I think this is the transmission cooler. However, it used to go right here. It's not going to be there anymore. That's where the intercooler is going to go. And so we're going to fabricate something up and see what we can figure out. Yeah, so right on this side here too. That's probably going to have to get cut. Let's get the inlets on, and then I think we're going to put the fan shroud in place, because that's going to have to get trimmed a little bit too, I believe. So up here at the top section, there's our charge pipe. It's going to connect to the throttle body, make its way over here, and go straight down there to the intercooler via that hose there. Last video I mentioned that I got these things from motorsports, the intercooler and the charge pipe. I'm going to put some pictures in. So this intercooler comes with a tile blow-off valve flange. I was able to chop off the HKS from the other charge pipe I had and weld it on right on top of the tile, and it really only raised up about half of an inch. This was the easiest way. I probably could have cut it off down here and then tried to redo all of this, but this seemed like a really easy method, and I have the height clearance, so that worked out for me. So there we've got the charge pipe installed. Right there, blow off valve, ready for the pipe. So for the pipe, you have like a straight section there and this little funky curvy section. Funky curvy section goes up and match the blow off valve right there. So I'm gonna get my clamp, put it on, and loosely install the pipe. Making progress. We got charge pipe. There's the upper end. It's on there, but it's still loose. So I got to tighten it down. We don't want no boost leaks. Bottom goes down there. Boom. Ready for the intercooler. Let's do the other side. So to undo this side, it's actually kind of easy. There's a flathead / hex bolt right there. We're going to loosen that up and pop it off. If you just have a long handle flathead, or an extension for a hex, you should be able to get down there. Easy day. Take it off, put it on, quick and easy. Here we go. Here's the difference in comparison of the two. Pretty similar shapes. The angle of the inlet on the intercooler is different. You can also see though the diameter there is different just because the diameter of the inlet. However, this is about the same size, so it should flow pretty good. Definitely gonna open up and breathe more. It'll much better for handling higher pressures, higher PSI, better flow. Let's put this one on. Let's go. The ride hose is in place. The outlet, the inlet hose is in place. Let's get the intercooler and check it out. So I just test fit up with the new intercooler right there. I should have recorded it, but I didn't. However, I made a couple marks. This section here, this like rubber section, I think can stay in place, but this inner hard plastic, so here you can see, this rubber section I think is okay on both sides, but this inner plastic section here, which is the old transmission cooler mounts, has to go. We want to keep this here, so you can see there's a hole there and a hole there. So we have, I don't know where they just got to. They include these little 3-hole triangular brackets, and you can mount the brackets to that, which then you can mount to the intercooler and bolt up right into the intercooler. I don't know if they have something like that for the 335s, but they made use of these holes, and this is pretty thick plastic, pretty solid stuff here, and so I think it'll be pretty good. I also made marks. I had to use a black Sharpie because all my colored ones didn't work. So we're going to cut a little section out here, which is going to just give us a little bit of space. This here is just hollow plastic. There's nothing there, nothing there. So we're going to trim the corner on that one, and then also the corner on this one here, just to give us some space for our silicone hoses to come through so we can make a good connection. I might actually, man, I kind of want to pull this out to cut it. So right here we have our line. Basically from right below this spot here, I'm just going to come in. Yeah, it's just bracketing and stuff. Just a little bit of plastic. The oil cooler sits right here, so that's going to be integral, and then the rest of this will just sit, and this will actually help to draw some air through the intercooler while we're sitting still. Though when we're sitting still, we're not making boost, we don't need to cool as much. But anyways, let's cut. I mean, that's basically going right into the silicone. Probably could have trimmed a little bit more up top there. And then over there, we're just about lined up. This has a little bit of some play to come forward and such. And we have more than enough space cut there. And then this also still has to go back about 1.5 inches. So, looks like we should be great for those. I think that one will be easiest to put it on from here. Maybe tighten it from right here. I think that one I'm gonna do, yeah, I'm gonna do from the bottom over there. How would this be from the bottom? No, I think this front here is gonna be great. And then we're also gonna check out, let's see if we can. Okay, so I got the clamps sitting on the hoses. Actually, I'm gonna screw them on from both from underneath because I don't think I'll be able to access this front one once I get it up there close to the radiators up there. So I'm gonna try and lift it up and see if we can fit it and then work on where these brackets go. What we're gonna do is you're gonna put 2 nuts on one of these. That way you can you lock them together and then you can screw them in. I think that's why they gave us extras, or you know, 4 nuts per 2 studs. But these are going to go into the holes over here, and then I have these guys here, which is the 2 little hex. It's a hex-headed socket with a nut and a washer, and that's what we're going to put. That's how we're going to hang the intercooler. So let's get to work. Just to clarify, this is what I mean by putting both nuts on, and you can put them tight together and then they lock each other out. So then I can put a socket on this, the first one over here, and screw this in under the bumper. I'll show you guys that in just a minute. So here's the 2 screw holes. I'm going to put a stud up at the front one and a stud on the back one. And then we're going to use these 2 brackets and we'll figure out which one seems to fit where. That'll be pretty easy to switch back and forth. Okay, after playing with it a little bit and figuring it out, I got it mounted up and set up, and it's pretty sturdy. So you can see here, this is the studs that we screwed in. Come on. You can see here the studs that we screwed in. And so I put the plate underneath. I actually attached the plate to the intercooler and then lifted it up with my jack to meet up with the studs. I have space that I could keep raising that some and lift it up, but I think it looks pretty level. You're not really going to see it anyways because it's black. I wanted it to be kind of hidden. I might have to adjust this ring, I don't know. Maybe not, we'll see. But yeah, it feels really stable, really sturdy. Over here is the same thing. So this is what you do with the plates. You mount them up there like this. I'm not sure. I don't know. They both were gonna hit on this side. And so I don't know. They are different, but just slightly. I'm not sure which one goes on which side. But that's mounted up there. This looks way better than all the janky crap I've seen people do, trying to make little Home Depot bars, and you know, maybe they did it because these things fail. I sure hope not. I've seen guys go from these bolts up here down. I don't know. If any of you guys know, maybe put in the comments, but let me know. But I think these feel pretty solid. The silicone also, the intake and out hoses also take a lot of the weight. I've got them all wedged on pretty far. All those are nice and locked up. So now you can see here, beautiful looking 7-inch arm motorsports intercooler. Mounted up on the e60. Nice and clean, tucked up there well. And I think I'm going to be able to put that other cooler up there at the top maybe. We're going to see that one over there. I'm still going to play with it and see what we can figure out. Boom. Just like that, we're done. Solid. I hope this video helps you out. If you found it helpful, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to the channel. Hopefully I'm going to be putting up a bunch more videos on this car. We're getting really close to first start. Like, really close. So I'll catch you later here in the garage. God bless. Have a great day.